Hello my lovely friends on YouTube and welcome back to my channel. I'm Patty. I go by Pattymac Makes everywhere online. The video that I have for you today is something new that I just got. So let me show you. Here's the package and it kind of came as a surprise, and let me tell you why. What I'm going to share with you today is my Ruby Star quarterly fat quarter club. So that means that once every 3 months or so, Fat Quarter Shop will send a curated collection of fat quarters from the new fabric lines from Ruby Star. That's a lot. Anyway, Fat Quarter Shop will curate a really nice collection of the newest Ruby Star fabrics that have come in. The thing about this package that we're going to open today is that this club is the July club. And when I say July club, I mean July of 2021. So this should have come at the first part of July. So last summer. That's kind of a long time. So I was really happy for this to show up really unexpectedly this week. I did get an email from Fat Quarter Shop and they said, well, we think that sometime towards the end of January, maybe we might have the July club ready to go. But they weren't really sure. And then, so the July club, and then the next one would be October. So that one is supposed to come in next month, February. So it's really crazy. I thought it would be good because it would be a budgeted thing for once every 3 months, this like specialty fat quarter club would come in. But now it sounds like catch as catch can. So whenever the things show up, that's when we're going to get them. I am really, really excited about this one because the new pieces that are out from Ruby Star are absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. Anyway, I do like my modern patterns. I love to mix modern prints into classic blocks and then do them like really super oversized. I just think it's a really fun way to incorporate the old and the new, the traditional and the modern into one piece. So anyway, without further ado, let's see what's in here. I really have no idea. I honestly don't know. I will tell you, with this quarterly club, you get a collection of fabrics, you get some thread, and you get a special pattern. So, all right, let me turn the camera, switch the camera so that you can see everything as I pull it from the bag, and we'll get it going. So here's what your package is going to look like if you were to do this club. It's just a regular priority mail bubble envelope. And all of the pieces in here are curated pieces from multiple collections. I don't know exactly how they go about selecting what goes in here. I guess maybe Ruby Star, or I don't know, I guess Fat Quarter Shop does the pattern and then picks everything. I don't know. I'll have to get in touch with them and ask exactly what they do. But anyway, this is what it will look like. Oh, so this is the October club. Okay, so this is actually the October club. We don't even have the July club yet. I don't know where that stuff is. I guess it fell off the boat and it's floating around in the Pacific somewhere. So anyway, this is what we have. It comes in one of these really nice plastic protective bags, and I'm just going to pull everything out. You get your cuts of fabric as well as a coordinating spool of thread, which is nice. And this is sulky thread and spun in Egypt, dyed in Italy. Isn't that amazing? So anyway, very beautiful thread. And here's our fabrics. So for this collection, you are going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12 fat quarters in this particular club. I guess that's about what it normally is. And 12 fat quarters winds up being 3 yards of fabric. So it's a nice, it's a nice bit of fabric. So let's look at what we got in here. Oh, that's really pretty. So this is like a coppery, peachy pink. Let me see if it tells us. Okay, so these collections, these are from First Light and Food Group, which are 2 new collections from Ruby Star. Okay, we'll look at the pattern in a minute. So I'm going to guess this is probably from First Light. And then we have this one. Little flowers. They use a lot of the gold threads, which I think is pretty. Oh, this is gorgeous. Oh, look at that. So it's like a super warm, like a tangerine yellow. I'm sure this is Food Group. That is beautiful. Oh, this is darling. The little, oh, that's so cute. So little watermelons. There's nothing like a cold slice of watermelon on a hot summer day. It doesn't get better than that. Oh, look at this. So this is fruits and vegetables. So we've got strawberries and bananas and peas and carrots. Very, very sweet. And tomatoes. I'm going to guess this is probably Food Group because it's like little bouquets of flowers. But I don't really know. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, probably. And then this would be, I'm sure, the First Light again. And this color of dot is like a coppery metallic. This is beautiful. This would make actually a very pretty neutral to use in your quilt blocks. Oh, this is pretty. So this goes along with this one. Just different colorway. I love that yellow. I'm a big yellow person. It has to be the right yellow though. Not all yellows are created equal. But when it's a good yellow, it's amazing. Oh, look at this one. Oh, that's gorgeous. That beautiful gold. And then we have this. Oh, this is cute. This is all little like cheese wedges. How cute is that? I love cheese. Cheese is so good. Oh, this is darling. Oh, this is cute. Oh, this little garments. Aren't they pretty? Although if you eat all the cheese, I don't think you're going to have this top is going to fit very well. Unfortunately, it's not going to fit me anyway. But it sure is pretty. Oh, this is really sweet. Very cute. And then our last piece is kind of this dove gray little floral print. This is pretty too. Oh, you know what? It's going to tell me down here what's what. Okay, so that's part of the First Light. And that designer is Alexia Marcella Begg. And you know, I have some other stuff from her. Golden Hour, I think, is what I have from her. Also, it tells me on the selvage that this was made in Japan. So they're making their fabrics in Japan. That one doesn't tell me anything. This one, okay, so the Food Group collection is designed by Rashida Coleman Hale. And I have another fat quarter collection from her. I love her design work. Honestly, I love the work from all of the women in this group. They're just amazing. This one is Kimberly Kite. And this just says Ruby Star. But it does have, oh, so this is also First Light. So there's more than one designer in the First Light collection. Oh, wow, how interesting. This is also First Light. This is Melody Miller. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that's probably First Light. Oh, I was right. Okay, so this is, again, Rashida Coleman Hale, and this is the Food Group. She has such fun designs. This one is Melody Miller, and this is also Food Group. and Alexia Marcella bag, and again with food group. That's amazing. I thought that like when they did a collection, it was one designer that did the collection, but I guess I was wrong about that. So here is First Light, and this is Melody Miller. And they give everybody's Instagram on there. You know, Instagram is the thing, right? And this is not marked, but I'm going to guess probably First Light, given that copper matches. Super pretty. Let's turn it around where you can see everything. Now, you also get a specific quilt pattern that goes with the fabrics, and this is what they have for us. So here is the finished project. And they're calling it Solstice. So it's like a lap quilt. So this one would measure 54.5 by 72.5. Now, you do have to buy the background fabric. It doesn't give you enough for like the white areas, the negative space, and the negative space also goes into your border. And there's not enough there for binding. So it's not a complete project, but it will give you enough to make the stars. And here is the design for the blocks, which is kind of cool. And let's see, it will tell us. Okay, so 12 fat quarters, which is what we have here. And then to finish it, you need kind of a lot. So this is calling for 3 2/3 yard to do the background and borders, and then 3/4 of a yard for the binding, and then it wants 5 1/8 yard for the backing. You know, the backing is what gets you. That's why I use sheets. I use sheets that I have had just around here that we're not using, cotton sheets. That's what I use for most of my backings, and I would use that for this piece if I decide to make it. But it gives you your cutting instructions, and then here's the diagram. So they want you to cut each of your fat quarters to look like this. And so then you know you can get all of your pieces from the fat quarter. But you know, they give you the cutting instructions, and of course this is so many HST blocks, and actually they're quarter square triangles. And you know, when you do those, you lose even more in your seam allowance. So anyway, I'll have to look over this pattern. But yeah, so I think this is quite beautiful, and given how dreary and just dark and cold it is here today, all of these beautiful warm yellows really, they're quite uplifting. I guess that's the word I'm looking for, because it is just like dead of winter. Well, I guess it is dead of winter, isn't it? In January. Anyway, these are pretty. I really like what I got. The price for this, I can't remember off the top of my head. I will put that for you below. I think it's in the range of $40, which would make sense because it's, you know, about $10 a yard for your fabric, and then it's pretty close to $10 for a quilt pattern, and then you get your thread. So it has everything. Now, I don't know that I'm going to make this. I'm not sure, because it calls for 96 of these little units. I'm not sure I have the time right now to be doing quite that much, but I would like to make it into something. So maybe I'll have to think about it. So that is the only turn off with getting this block of the month if you think that you want to try to make the complete project, because you still have quite a lot of fabric that you have to buy to finish it. I mean, this basically is 9 yards, so you got to buy, well, it's more than that for binding. So you're looking at, you know, people, I got to tell you, fractions are not my friend. I'm just going to say roughly 9.5 yards. That's a lot. And if you're figuring the fabric, let's just round it to $10. That's another $90 to do like a lap quilt, basically. Yeah, 62 by 80. So it's either a lap quilt or like a twin sized. Gets expensive, you know. And then if you send it out for quilting, you have that also to think about. I'm rambling. I'm really sorry. That is that's the video. You know, and I just noticed that it says the blocks are supposed to be 18.5 inches square. So maybe I'll come up with something else that's an 18.5 inch square that would be a little bit easier on me to make. I'll have to find something in a lighter color to use as my background shades to tie it together. But anyway, that's what we have for today. I hope you enjoyed seeing this glimpse of the quarterly Ruby Star Club, and as I get the other one in, which I guess the next one, which will be sometime in February, that will be the July Club. And you know, now at this point, so for into February, now the December Club is due, and that's, what am I thinking? Hold on. The January Club would be due, because this is October. Yeah, the January. It gets a little confusing. Anyway, yeah, so I got 2 more to come fairly quickly, I guess. Unless the January stuff is probably sitting off of Long Beach somewhere at this point. So, anyway. That's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I always appreciate you watching. And, gosh, if you have a favorite in here, I would love to hear. Which one is your favorite? They're all so cute. These are very cute. All right, everybody. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.